Welcome back to Native Speaker. We're going to look at using binomials and the binomial part and parcel. Part and parcel is an adjective, and it means that something is not unusual or not a serious problem. The pronunciation is part and parcel, part and parcel, part and parcel. And let's have a look now at some examples. As you can see in the construction, you're going to need the verb be in front of part and parcel and the preposition of after it. So that's a construction issue that you need to pay attention to. If you start the sentence with a verb, then it has to be verb ing. If you use a verb after the of section, then that also must be verb ing. Let's have a look at the examples. Accidents are part and parcel of life. Children are part and parcel of marriage and relationships. Having children is part and parcel of starting a family. So that's an interesting thing there. Children are part and parcel of marriage, but having children is part and parcel. Why? Well, when you put a verb before the noun like that, this becomes a gerund subject. Okay? And a gerund subject like having children, learning English, that is treated like an it. So it is, it was, even if this noun here is plural. Okay, so students are sometimes confused because they know that children are, and then they see children here, but it's is. That's because of this verb ing. So both of these together become a package, and it's called a gerund subject, and it's having children is. Okay. So getting kicked is part and parcel of playing football. Feeling stressed is part and parcel of doing exams. Aches and pains are part and parcel of getting older. So aches and pains, that's important there, you get that pronunciation right. Always in plural, by the way, never singular. Stretch marks are part and parcel of getting older and growing taller. Stretch marks are those marks on your skin. Sometimes women get them after they have a baby, and men get them as they grow older, or in some of our cases a little bit heavier. Next one, being criticized is part and parcel of working with the public. So criticized. Good. So here this is a passive one. That means you receive the action, not that you do the action. Being criticized is part and parcel of working with the public. So you might have to work with people and they might criticize you, and that's not unusual. Okay, I want us to look now at some of the passive voice versions of these sentences with part and parcel. So here you can see now that we're starting the sentence with a verb ing and then a past participle. So being called late at night is part and parcel of being a doctor. So doctors get phone calls possibly late at night. So we say being called late at night. The doctor isn't calling anybody, somebody is calling him. So this is a passive version. Being spoken to rudely is often part and parcel of being a police officer. So being spoken to rudely is often part and parcel of being a police officer. And here you'll notice that I added the adverb often. Getting kicked is part and parcel of playing football. So that's not unusual and it's not a serious problem. Being asked questions is part and parcel of being a teacher. So if somebody complains about being asked so many questions, their colleague might say, oh look, that's normal, it's not a big serious problem, it's part and parcel of being a teacher. Getting burnt is part and parcel of working as a baker. Okay, now it wouldn't make sense if you said is part and parcel of a teacher. That I can't see that making sense. So of being a teacher. And here with another job, getting burnt is part and parcel of working as a baker. When you say you use the verb working and then the name of a job, you need this construction here, working as a baker, working as a teacher, working as a police officer. Getting burns, here we use the verb, and now I'm using the noun. Getting burns is part and parcel of working in a bakery. So here I just put in burns instead of the verb form, just to show you burnt and burns. So getting burns is part and parcel of working in a bakery. Baker is the person who makes bread. Bakery is the place where it happens. So getting burns is part and parcel of working in a bakery. And finally, being observed is part and parcel of any job. So being observed means somebody observes observes you, not that you're observing anybody else. And now before we finish up, just a few quick pronunciation issues. This word is pronounced financial. Fi, like apple pie, and then nan, and then shul. Okay, a lot of our European cousins often say financial, okay, or financial. It's not cial, it's financial. Financial. Some people pronounce it financial, financial, but this is, I'm going to give you one of main pronunciation, and we say financial. But yes, it is possible to say financial, like finished. It is never, though, financial. It's never like that. So our European speaking cousins, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, you need to be careful about that. This word is pronounced minor, 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 not minor, not minor. It's minor, minor. Okay. Now this one, criticized. So we say size, like the size of your sweater, and then because it's in the past, put it this d sound, d. So we say criticized, criticized, criticized. What you don't want to say is what you don't want to say here is criticized. Don't say criticized. This is a voiced verb, and you have to use it. You have to pronounce it properly. So it's criticized. This one, aches and pains. Well, this word here looks strange. It confuses a lot of students. Aches and pains, remember, these are the normal pains that people feel as they're growing older, or maybe after they've exercised a lot. This word is pronounced aches, like takes or makes. Okay, so she takes her time. She bakes bread. He makes lunch. Okay, so that's pronounced aches. Aches and becomes compressed together, so you say acheson, and then you emphasize the word pains. So aches and pains, aches and pains, aches and pains. Every day aches and pains. And then we have this word often pronounced by students, or mispronounced by students, as experience. It's not experience, it's experience. Experience. Shakespeare, expeer. So experience. Okay? So that's financial, minor, criticized, aches and pains, experience. Financial, minor, criticized, aches and pains, experience. That's all from me. The very best of luck, and I'll see you next time.